What is the norm of a complex number? The norm, r, of a complex number z equals a plus bi is the distance between z and the origin in the complex plane. The formula for the norm of z is the square root of a squared plus b squared. In different textbooks, the norm may be referred to as either the modulus, the magnitude, or the absolute value of z. These all mean the same thing unless otherwise specified. Let's investigate why this formula is true by looking at a general complex number, z. Z equals a plus b times I, and it is located at coordinates a, b in the complex plane. Think of z as a vector starting from the origin to the point at a, b. Now, imagine drawing a line from the end of the vector down to the real axis, like this. You might notice that z and its components form a right triangle, with the legs of lengths a and b and a hypotenuse, r. Notice that r is the distance from the point z to the origin, or in other words, the norm. So, how can you calculate the norm? Well, you can make use of the Pythagorean theorem. Since r is the length of the hypotenuse of the right triangle, it equals the square root of a squared plus b squared. Now let's look at an example of how to calculate the norm of some complex numbers. Calculate the norms of 4 plus 3i, 5 minus 12i, and the square root of 2 plus the square root of 7 times I. For the first number, a equals 4 and b equals 3. Its norm equals the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared. 4 squared equals 16, and 3 squared equals 9. 16 plus 9 is 25, and the square root of 25 is 5. For the second number, a equals 5, and b is minus 12. Its norm equals the square root of 5 squared plus minus 12 squared. 5 squared is 25, and minus 12 squared is 144. 25 plus 144 is 169, and the square root of 169 is 13. Finally, for the third number, a equals the square root of 2, and b equals the square root of 7. Its norm equals the square root of 2 squared plus the square root of 7 squared. The square root of 2 squared is simply 2, and then the square root of 7 squared is 7. 2 plus 7 equals 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. And you're done. For now, it might seem strange to care about the norm, but knowing what the norm is and how you calculate it will become very useful in future videos. The norm, r, of a complex number z equals a plus bi is the distance between z and the origin in the complex plane. The formula for the norm of z is the square root of a squared plus b squared.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe Infinity Math channel for more math videos.